Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga practice. You're all so welcome. So the theme of this yoga practice is going to be all about self-love and giving kindness to yourself. So we're going to be working a lot with the energy of the heart chakra. So if you're new to chakras are energy centers that are located all throughout our body, but the 7 main ones run up along our spine. And the heart chakra is located, of course, in the center of our chest. And it's associated with themes of love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, wisdom, empathy, all of those heart-centered emotions. So we're going to be using our yoga practice this evening with lots of heart-opening movement, with mantra, with affirmations, with breathwork, to really just dial into those heart-centered emotions, to dial into the energy of the heart chakra. So hopefully you'll leave this practice filled with love for yourself and feeling as though you've given yourself lots of kindness and appreciation. So we'll get started straight away. If you do have yoga blocks, they can come in handy. If you have cushions, they can be really helpful as well, just to sit on the cushions, elevate the hips a little bit, or sit on your blocks, especially if you do find it quite difficult or uncomfortable to sit with in that cross-legged position. So we'll get started here now. You can cross the legs. If having the legs crossed does not feel good, please feel free to extend your legs in front of you, or even to sit on a couch or on a chair for this part of the class. Remembering you can always sit up on your blocks and your cushions, making yourself nice and cozy. You can bring the hands on the knees face down, or maybe you bring one hand on top of the other, resting in the lap. Whatever feels good to you. You can close your eyes here, starting to bring that awareness, that attention inwards. Straight away, rolling your shoulders down your back, feeling that heart space nice and open here. Thinking of stacking the shoulders above the hips. Feeling your sitting bones really root into the ground beneath you. And from this nice solid foundation, visualizing and feeling the crown of the head rooting up towards the sky. Relaxing the face, relaxing between the eyebrows. Soften behind the eyes. Feel your forehead relax. Unclench your jaw. Feel your whole face relax here. Starting to deepen your breath now. Drawing the breath all the way into the abdomen. And exhaling slowly through the nose. Taking a few more of these conscious, deep belly breaths here now. Starting to really bring all of your awareness into your body, onto your mat, and into the present moment. And from here, we'll start to take some heart-centered breaths. So just allowing your mind's eye now to travel out of the head space, down through the throat. Feel your awareness traveling down, down, And finally settling right in the center of your chest. So feeling your awareness and your attention settle in the heart space, in the center of your chest. And we're gonna take some heart-centered breaths here. So on the inhale, you'll visualize the breath directly entering your heart space. You could visualize it as a white light if you'd like. And then on the exhale, visualizing the breath directly leaving the heart. So you're breathing in and out of the heart space with your attention rested in the center of your chest. Just a couple of more breaths here. Visualizing the air entering and leaving your heart chakra. And maybe you feel a warmth or a fuzziness start to spread across the heart space. Maybe you could see what it feels like to bring an energetic smile to the heart center. You might already start to feel your body filling up with self-love here as you really start to connect into your heart now. 2 more deep heart-centered breaths with a smile at your heart space. One last breath, visualizing the air entering the heart space on the inhale. And leaving the heart space on the exhale. From there, bringing one hand to the heart, followed by the other. Applying a little bit of pressure to the heart. Feel how comforting that feels. And when we apply pressure here, it releases oxytocin into our bloodstream, our hormone of love, of connection. And here I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. You could set one that is tied into a theme of self-love and kindness. Maybe to just be really loving and kind to yourself throughout this practice. Or maybe you'd like to set a totally different intention. It's up to you. Just setting an intention that feels right to you now. And then from there, when you're ready, we'll start to move a little bit. So you can open your eyes here. We'll bring our hands onto our knees. And we're going to start to open the neck. So we'll just drop the left ear down so that it stacks on top of the left shoulder. Feel how that brings a stretch into the right side of the neck. You want your left ear to feel parallel to the left shoulder. Roll the shoulders down the back so that the shoulders aren't kind of hunched up or squeezing up around your ears. You could bring the right fingertips down beside you, placing the right fingers in line with your right glute. Feel how that brings the stretch into the right shoulder, into the right arm even. If you'd like, you could bring the left hand on top of the head, just above your right ear, applying very, very gentle pressure. Just the weight of the left hand is enough. You don't need to pull down. One more breath. And then from here, we'll bring the left hand back down, the right hand down. Roll the chin back to center and over to the other side. So now the right ear is stacking above the right shoulder. Left fingertips can come down beside you if you'd like. Maybe you use the right hand to apply gentle pressure to the top of your head, just above the left ear. 2 breaths here now, breathing into the left side of your neck. And then slowly we're going to bring our hands back to our knees, roll our chin back to center. And then from here, you're just going to start to tilt the chin up towards the ceiling. So it's as though you're reaching the chin upwards rather than dropping the head back. You can bring one hand to the chest, followed by the other, and apply a little bit of downward pressure here. Feel a stretch into the chest and even into your neck and into the throat here. One more breath. And then nice and slowly rising your head up. This time we'll inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. We're going to interlace our fingers, turn the palms to face up to the sky. Nice big stretch through the spine here. 2 breaths, reaching up. 1 more breath. And then from there, we're going to let go of the hold on our hands. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, twisting over to the right, left hand comes to the right knee. Your right fingers come back behind you here to act as a kickstand. Maybe you look over the right shoulder if it feels okay on your neck. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Twisting gently. 1 more breath. And then we'll inhale, come back to center, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale to the other side. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips come back behind you, twisting to the left. Maybe you bring the cervical spine, bringing your neck into the twist by gazing over the left shoulder. When you're twisting, remember how important it is to have a straight spine. So shoulders stack above your hips. You don't kind of like lean back like this. 1 more breath here. And then we'll inhale, reach our arms up to the sky. And then from here, we're going to exhale, cactus the arms open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe you look up. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, cactus the arms open, rolling the shoulders down the back. Gazing up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, heart space open. Once more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms, opening the chest. Then from there, we're going to inhale, bring our hands onto our shoulders, and we'll take an active twist. So exhale, use your core to twist over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. You won't twist very far. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to left. And then inhale, coming back to the front, and we'll take some circles here with our shoulders. So we're just going to inhale, roll the elbows forward, roll the shoulders forward. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, elbows meet. Exhale, maybe wrist touch, roll the shoulders down the back. Once more, inhale. And exhale. And then we'll take the circles the other way. So just rolling your shoulders forward. Well done. On your next inhale, reaching the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, bringing the right hand down. Left arm reaches in line with the left ear. Side body stretch. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, bring the left hand down beside you, right arm in line with right ear, big side body stretch here. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. And then slowly bringing both hands down beside you, we're going to come to a tabletop position. So making your way into all fours, whatever way you can get there. Hands stuck underneath the shoulders, knees are under the hips. From here, we're going to wake up our spine a little bit more with some cat-cows. On the inhale, drop your belly towards the mat, gaze forward, untuck your tailbone. As you exhale, round to the spine, tuck your chin to your chest, push the ground away with the hands and knees, feel your shoulder blades spread apart. Inhale, belly drops for cow. Exhale, round to the spine, puff out the back for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, reverse cat. And then from here, coming back to a neutral tabletop position, we're going to sync up our cat-cows now with a child's pose. So untucking your toes for this. So it'll start by inhaling, dropping the belly towards the mat, pulling the arms to the chest, cow. We're going to exhale, round to the spine, coming into cat, then sinking the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Inhale, back to tabletop, shoulders above wrists, drop the belly towards the mat, cow. Exhale, round to the spine, dropping hips towards heels, child's pose. One more time, inhale for cow, belly drops, exhale, round to the back, sinking hips towards heels. This time we'll stay here and we're gonna come into a side stretch. So we're gonna walk both of our hands over to the left now, big side body stretch to the right in the child's pose. Your hands might even come off the mat. One more breath here. And then slowly walking over to the other side, both hands walk over to the right. They might even come off the mat. Big side body stretch to the left. One more breath here. And then slowly we'll walk our hands back to center, coming up onto tabletop. And we're going to come to down dog. So stepping the hands about another hand's width distance ahead of you. Pointer fingers parallel. Spread wide through all 10 fingers. Tuck the toes under. Pick the knees up. And then send the hips up and back behind you. Downward facing dog. Your head can be between the shoulders now. Gazing in between the feet. You can stay in stillness here. Reaching the hips. Reaching the tailbone up to the sky, or maybe you want to walk out the dog, bending into one knee, straightening through the other. Opening up the backs of the legs. 2 more breaths here, pushing the ground away with the hands, strong shoulders, no matter what you're doing in your down dog. 1 more breath. And then on the next inhale, we are going to tippy toe to the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Feet are hips width distance apart. We'll bend the knees for this forward fold. Hold onto opposite elbows. Really let our spine just release and surrender over the legs. With bent knees, our spine can really decompress. Gravity can really have a wonderful decompressing effect here on the spine, creating space in between all our vertebrae. 1 more breath here. And then from here, we'll come to a halfway lift. Hands slide up the shins. Bring that torso parallel to the ground. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, you are going to bring your hands onto the mat. You can be on the fingertips with the hands. You can have a bend in the knees, stepping the right foot to the back of the mat, dropping the right knee down. Low lunge, left side. So your hands are framing your left foot. One breath here, really opening up into the right hip flexor, right quad. Inhale, stack the shoulders above the hips, reach the arms up. And then exhale, cactus arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, cactus arms opening through the chest. Maybe you gaze up. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time, exhale, open twist. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back, twisting towards the bent knee. Maybe you look over the left fingertips. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale. From there, you're going to bring your left hand to your left low back with the fingers pointing down towards the knees. And then reach the right arm up in line with the right ear. Your fingers could also be pointing up towards your shoulder blades with your left hand if that feels better. One more breath. And then slowly we'll bring our hands back down to frame the left foot. We're just going to simply switch it out now. So stepping the left knee back, we'll step the right foot in between. Breathing into the left hip flexor, left quad. Opening up into our right hip as well here. One more breath. And then from here, lifting the chest up, stacking the shoulders above the hips. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Cactus those arms open, reach the chest up. Maybe you look up. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, sweeping them around. Exhale, cactus the arms open. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist. Right arm reaches back, left arm forward. Maybe you look over the right fingertips. One more breath here in an open twist. Then bringing the right hand onto the low back with the right fingers either pointing down towards the knee or up towards the shoulder blades. From there, reaching the left arm in line with the left ear, leaning back, big heart opener here. Looking over to the right. One breath. And then slowly bringing the hands down to frame the right foot. From here, stepping the right knee back to meet the left. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. We'll inhale, lean slightly over the rib cage or over the wrists here. And as you exhale with the elbows hugging in, starting to drop the chin, the chest, all the ways to the mat. Coming to rest down with your hips on the mat. From here, we'll take some Cobra rolls. So you're going to bring your hands out in line with your shoulders. You're coming up onto those fingertips here now. So there's like a little cave, a little hollow underneath your palms. If someone was to look at you head on, you'd be making a letter W with the elbows. We'll take some waves here. So inhale, gently pushing into the fingertips, lifting your chest and your head up off the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up for Cobra. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, Cobra, rise. Exhale, releasing. Well done. From there, we're going to come to Sphinx now. So your elbows come underneath your shoulders. You can interlace your fingers. Your feet are hips width distance apart here with the toes untucked. Roll the shoulders down the back. Make sure you're not kind of hunching them around the ears or squeezing them around the ears. Gaze is forward. If there's any pain in the low back, or maybe it feels like a little bit much on the low back, what you can do is just walk the elbows further forward. Breathing into the chest, into the belly, opening up into the whole front body here. 2 more breaths. And then from here, we are going to bring our elbows open nice and wide. Bring one hand on top of the other, rest the forehead down. Releasing the lower back, you could wiggle the hips a little bit side to side. And then from there, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, we're pushing up to a tabletop. And now we're just going to make our way up into a kneeling position. Here we're going to take a camel posture with the toes tucked under. We'll take a gentle version, bringing the hands onto the low back here. The fingers are going to point down towards your knees. You're going to squeeze your elbows together. We're going to tuck your tailbone underneath. So you can think of it as your tailbone reaches down towards your knees, but your belly button reaches up towards your chin. Yeah? The hips start to move forward. And from there, the chest starts to reach up towards the ceiling. So it's this dual action of sending the hips forward and reaching the chest up to the sky. You can drop the head back if it feels okay in the neck. 3 deep breaths here. To come out of it, nice and slowly, the core is active, picking yourself up. The head is the very last thing to come up. We're going to untuck our toes, sink our hips back towards our heels. Big toes come to touch, knees open wide. We'll take a wide-legged child's pose. Walking the hands out in front of you, resting your forehead on the mat. 3 breaths here. One more breath. When you're ready, walking the hands back in to meet the knees. And then from there, we're going to just come to sit on our mat. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees are opening wide for a cobbler pose, butterfly pose. If you find that you're kind of rolled back a little bit here, that it feels like maybe you're a little bit stuck when you go to fold forward, then you are going to sit up on cushions or blocks. That way you are sitting up on your sitting bones rather than your tailbone, and the pelvis is pointing forward. So when you're sitting on the tailbone like this, when you roll back, your pelvis is pointing backwards, and then when you go to fold forward, the spine is trying to move forward, but the pelvis points backwards and they're not working together. So when you sit up on cushions or blocks, your pelvis is pointing forward now. And then when you go to fold forward, the spine and pelvis can work together. So folding forward here, coming into cobbler, only going as deep as feels good, of course. 2 more breaths. Hands can be on feet or maybe in front of you. Breathing into your low back, into your hips, inner thighs, and even into the hamstrings. And then when you're ready, nice and slowly, we'll roll up and out of that. We're going to come into a revolved Janu Shirsasana now. So I'll just come to face you to show it. So we don't want to extend our left leg in front of us. We want it to be out on the diagonal. Yeah? Then we're going to bring the right sole of the foot in line with the left thigh. Left toes flex back towards us. Torso faces the right knee. Let the left hand slide down the left leg. Right arm reaches in line with right shoulder. Big stretch into the right side body. Chest is nice and open, so you're not collapsing downwards. Rather, your chest is reaching to the sky. 1 more breath here. And then slowly using the core, lifting yourself up. We're bringing your right hand back behind us now on the diagonal. So back behind the right glute on the diagonal. Right hand plants into the mat. Left arm reaches in line with left ear. This might feel like enough. Or option to push into the right hand, come onto the right knee. Start to send your hips forward, reaching the left arm up and back behind you if you have space, unlike me. Otherwise, you could tuck the left hand behind the head here. One more breath. This is like a modified wild thing. Big heart opener. And then slowly we'll lower ourselves down, and we'll do that on the other side. So left knee bends in now. Right leg comes out on the diagonal here. Right toes flex back towards us. Torso faces left knee. Right hand glides down the right leg. Left arm reaches in line with left ear. Open chest. So we're stretching our QL muscle here. That big muscle that connects our left hip to our left rib cage. And it's a muscle that can get very tight, especially if we spend a lot of time seated, like so many of us do. So this is a really lovely stretch to target it. One more breath here. And then slowly using your core to lift you up. Left hand comes back behind you, planting it into the mat, remembering it's on a diagonal. You can stay here with the right arm reaching in line with your right ear, or maybe you push into the left hand, start to come up onto the left knee, send your hips forward, reach the right arm back, or if you don't have space, you can tuck the right hand behind the right head, or behind the head. One more breath. And then slowly lowering down. From here, we're going to extend our legs out in front of us. I'm just going to swivel around on my mat. You can sit up on cushions again to make sure that your pelvis is pointing forward. You could have a bend in the knees. That can be really helpful here, especially if it feels quite difficult for you to fold forward. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach the arms forward, folding forward, thinking of a nice long spine as we fold. You can keep the knees bent, or maybe you extend them a little bit. Here, 4 breaths now. Breathing into our back body, breathing into the back of the heart. One more breath. And then nice and slowly, we'll roll up and out of that. We're going to scoot up our mat a little bit just so that we can roll back down. Reaching the hands forward now with a bend in our knees. We'll use our core to just lower ourselves all the ways back onto our mat. Gently lowering ourselves down for our last posture of class. For this, we'll take a reclined cobbler, bringing the soles of the feet to touch. The knees are opening wide. Hands can rest on the belly, or maybe you want to have one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Nice, releasing deep breaths here, just to let go of any residual tension we might be holding on to, or anything that might have come up for us after all those back bends. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Release. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly up with air. Exhale, sigh it out. Surrender. Inhale, deep breath, the deepest breath of your day. Exhale, sighing it out. Let go. Let the breath return to normal. I'm just going to repeat some affirmations now for self-love, for the heart chakra. You can repeat them out loud with me, or maybe just listen and repeat them in your head. So the first one is, I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. Next one, my heart is open. I give and receive love with ease. My heart is open. I give and receive love with ease. Last one, I show myself so much compassion and kindness now. I show myself so much compassion and kindness now. And we'll bring one hand to the heart space, followed by the other. And just sending yourself that compassion and kindness now. Feel as though your hands are infusing your heart, infusing your whole being with so much compassion for self and so much kindness for self. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to the outside of your knees. You're just going to close the knees back together. Bring one knee into the chest, followed by the other. Nice deep breath here in this reclined child's pose. And then we'll just roll over to one side. Gently make our way up to seated. You can sit with your legs crossed, whatever feels good to you. And to finish the practice, we're going to chant the Bija mantra for the heart chakra, YAM, Y-A-M. And the healing vibrations that this mantra creates, that this sacred sound creates, are said to bring balance and harmony to our heart chakra. So on the inhale, we'll just breathe in. And then as we exhale, we'll chant YAM, Y-A-M. We'll do this 3 times. You can bring one hand to the heart, followed by the other for this. Really connect into your heart. So inhale. Bringing your hands into prayer position, pushing your thumbs gently into the heart space, getting one last release of oxytocin here, connecting with your heart center, your center of love, gratitude, wisdom, and send yourself here one last time so much appreciation and so much love for the amazing person that you are. Taking a moment to just breathe in self-love here and to really allow yourself to bask in this. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the space Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope that you enjoyed that class. And yeah, I hope to see you in person soon as well. And if you're watching this video in the new year, Happy New Year to you. And yeah, bye. Thank you so much.